Let's zoom in a bit.
Wanna get out your seat? We gon' bring the heat.
There we go.
We gon' bring the heat. We gon' bring the heat.
I'd just like to make it aware that to anyone who's not British, that this road I'm on is a 60-mile-an-hour road. Look, we're only just going into a 30 zone. That's ridiculous, isn't it? A tiny little lane like that. Anyway, hello and welcome to another adventure. I'm just out doing a bit of a recce on some new lanes, and just testing out some new clobber that I'm wearing. We've been having a heat wave here in the UK. It's what is it, 29 degrees today. It's between 29 and 30 degrees, and which, believe it or not, for the UK is hot. I didn't actually know this. I saw the weatherman the other day and he said anything in London, and I'm about 75 miles as the crow flies north of London in what's called East Anglia, glorious Suffolk. Yeah, anything over 28 for more than 3 days is classed as a heat wave. So now I know that's not hot, but for the UK it is, and we're just not used to it. I think the main thing is you're just not acclimatized to it. I did two summer tours of Afghanistan, and we had some days out there where it was about 54 degrees. So it was hilarious because we always used to have this chart right where you used to get on a helicopter to go on ops, and it used to basically say anything over 36 degrees and you're supposed to not do anything apart from operations. And you thought, why have you put that sign there? You're just making us all feel a hell of a lot worse, because you already know it's too hot to be playing silly buggers. Anyway, on a tangent again. Yeah, so we're not used to it in the UK, and obviously if you're in a hot country, you acclimatise to that heat, where for us in the UK it kind of comes and it just sort of, the wind changes and then boom, we've got this hot weather. And yeah, we're not built for it. In fact, I would imagine, because this was my old life in the Royal Engineers before I retraded, they're probably going to have to sort of design roads differently now in the UK, because they melt sometimes because the bitumen in the roads just gets too hot. Yeah, so we're just not, us Brits, we're just not built for the heat. Yeah, so I asked in the Two Wheeled Adventures chat group who fancies going for a bit of a group ride on the big bikes on the bank holiday weekend. Come in, and a few people said yeah. So I don't like to take people out on a route that I don't know, especially if you've got beginner riders, because I don't think it's fair on them. So I just want to go and recce these lanes. I know they'll be all right. It's just that sometimes the grass gets really long and they can be really tricky in the ruts, and yeah, so I don't want to do that. Can avoid it. And plus, also, I just wanted to check this kit out that I'm wearing, because it's the thinnest kit I've got, and I wanted to see what it was like in hot weather. I mean, I know it's going to be better than anything else I've got, because it's the thinnest that I've got, so it's obviously going to be better. But I just wondered, and we'll have a chat in a bit, I think, about hot weather as we're on the subject, and what to wear, what to do. Yeah, because I think for us Brits it catches us out because we're not used to it. Going up here, yeah. Down there. Yeah, it's got to be it. Oh yeah. Yeah, so this is kind of thing I don't want to bring guys down, is something like this. If they're a novice rider, mind you, Alright, yeah, okay, it's just that first bit. Oh, maybe. That's not too bad actually, is it? I do think in some way grassy ruts are worse than something that's really quite technical, because you get a little bit overconfident on them if you're not careful and they catch you out. Especially, said it a million times, but if you've got, you know, no edge grip on your tyres, so those standard STR, Pirelli STR tyres that come with a T7. I do think when you're a novice rider, I think back to when I was in the military, and sometimes as a young soldier, your instructors would throw things at you that absolutely scared the living bejesus out of you. I can remember we did this assault course, and you had to sort of fling yourself off the top of this thing into this net, which to me was just suicide. And they give you a demo before you chucked yourself at this thing. But again, when you're a young soldier, you just think your instructors are superhuman because they're so good at everything. And yes, I always think, you know, you've got to tease people into learning to ride a bike. But then every now and again, just frighten them a little bit. Because then it boosts your confidence, because you do then think, oh, I did that. You know, that seemed like, I thought that was going to be really hard, but actually, I did that. That wasn't a problem. Anyway, what do you think? I mean, tell me I'm talking bollocks here. This is a little village called Debenham, so I'm just going off piste a little bit here because it's such a pretty little village. And I was thinking the other day, the Tet goes nowhere near this part of the UK. So if you've come in, say, at the border at Calais, at Dover, then you kind of do the southern bit, either do the northern or the southern part of that bit near London, and then head down, either down towards the southwest or maybe it's up towards Wales and then up to northern England. So I just think it'd be nice to sort of come through this part of the world because it is so lovely. And then I thought, well, the ACT doesn't come this way either. I mean, because you've got all these sort of medieval buildings, look here, and these chocolate box pretty little villages. But instead, you know, you go around the shite of St Albans and whatever else you've got on the I forget where it is now. I'm probably talking nonsense there. Probably don't go anywhere near St Albans. But you've you just got these sort of litter-strewn, ugly places that really aren't selling the UK, I don't think. And I think as a visitor, you know, if I'm going to go, say, I don't know, to Poland, then I want to see the beautiful bits of Poland. I don't want to see like the industrial area. So yeah, what do you think? Do you think there should be an ACT bit that sort of covers this part of the world? So this lane again is one that I've not done before, I don't think, because this one goes up a river or up a stream or a bed of a stream. But I was going to say, but I'm guessing there's probably not a lot of water in it. Yeah, so there's a stream on the bridge because it's summer and it's so dry. Right, okay. So the riverbed is completely dry, look. Well, pretty much completely dry. Way! Ooh! that could catch a few people out. Alright, so we go off to the right in a little bit. Yeah, just here, look. Yeah, so the biggest problem with super aero clothing is it tends to be super rippable. Obviously, everything in this game is always a flipping compromise. Yeah, so far I've been just perfect with my kit, you know, and temperature-wise, because I've been moving. It tends to be in the hot days, is like, you know, when you, especially somewhere like Wales, where you've got a lot of gates and you stop in, and if you've got a big heavy bike as well, that can be an absolute pig. Especially if you're having a bad day and you're dropping it a lot, and then in the heat. So years ago, when I had my when I first got into trail riding, so I switched from motocross to trail riding, and I bought this Triumph Tiger, which I never should have bought it. It wasn't me, but anyway, another story. And I bought this like laminated suit, because that's what everyone was saying at the time. Or get a laminated suit, you know, that they're the thing that you want. And I'm just getting a little lumpy. And then first hot day I went out in this laminated suit, and I absolutely cooked. It was just awful. Yeah, really didn't like it at all. And obviously with a laminated suit, you can't take out anything to the, you know, the waterproof bit. It's laminated, so yeah, so I thought, right, I'm going to get rid of that. And then I bought this Revit thing. I think it's called something like on-off track jacket and trousers, and it was in white. I mean, why'd you do that? What is you're in a desert, yeah, light white gear, I get it, but a muddy lane in Suffolk or Wales in light white adventure suit, I'm sorry, princess, but that doesn't work. So yeah, so I bought this off-track thing, and again, even though that was one of these where you had like the waterproof liner and then the thermal liner, and thermal liner that really has got a, you know, it's useless. It's an insult really that they call it a thermal liner. And again, that was pants, and it was still too hot, you know, too hot. And then I thought, well, why don't I just wear my old motocross gear on a hot day? And yeah, revolutionary. So obviously there is a compromise that, oh, it's only a tiddler. Yeah, down here. Everything's a compromise in this game between, you know, warm, cold, protection, heavy, light, durability, all of that. It all makes a difference, and so it's just finding what works for you. Anyone who watches the channel knows that I'm not one for telling you what to wear, what to do. I like to have the information, and I'll do what's best for me. By all means, someone tell me their opinion and why, and then I'll do the rest. Yeah, so for me, I've just come to that point where I just can't ride if it's really hot in that sort of kit. This is it's all right, isn't it? Something a bit different. So let me just show you this. Look, so I've got one of these little towels that I always carry with me from Decathlon. It was like a couple of quid. And so when you stop and you're sweating and sorting out your goggles and all that, just really, really handy, which is why it's always good, I think, to have your tank bag with a few bits in, or, you know, you like your bar bag where you can squirrel something away. And then I've got this, look. And so this, we were issued these in the army for like going to the jungle. And so it's just cotton, you know, and it's just this like rectangular bit of material. So these are great, you know, as a bit of a sweat rag. But the other thing you can do with these in really hot weather is wet them. And so get it wet and then put it, obviously tie it around your neck, tie it in a bow, tuck it into your jersey wet, and it will make a difference, that wet cloth against your neck. I wasn't expecting it to be this good, actually. I thought it was just going to be some cruddy thing at the edge of some farmer's field, and you know, they're pretty boring, I always think. Yeah, so the other thing, big thing that for some reason people don't want to do, and I see this a lot in like forums where it's a lot of road riders and they're wearing trousers this time of year and trying to shed the layers, but then they're like, oh, but my pants just stick to my legs. And that, you've just got to wear an Under Armour layer. So I've got Under Armour leggings on and an Under Armour t-shirt that is like a compression top. So that, two things, it sucks in the lard, but three things then, sucks in the lard, it stops my knee pads and everything else rubbing and touching on my skin, but also it does help as a sort of layer that cools you down, which sounds counterintuitive because you've got another layer on, so surely another layer makes you hotter, but that's not quite how it works. Off, must be down here. Yep. Wow. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If your morale is down and you want cheering up, just go and ride your bike. This has been blooming brilliant. Wasn't expecting this at all. I think this is the one where it comes out with a tunnel under the road, yeah, and there's loads of like graffiti on the walls. Oh, it's a bit dark, otherwise I'd get a photo. It won't come out, will it? It's so dark in here. Ha. So there's a co-op just in town here, so I'll probably stop and get a drink, I think. Might even get an ice cream. Got to try and remember where on this main drag is the co-op. It's down here, I'm sure, somewhere. Yeah, we're in, so this is Botsdale. Absolutely beautiful little village. I mean, look at this. Gorgeous. Yeah, the sort of place that to me it just seems a no-brainer to get the ACT coming somewhere like this. Let's get some refreshment. A bit of shade. no exit for vehicles. Well, we'll see about that. Whee. A little tricky there. This is a little bit wooded single tracky, bit flowy, bit sort of, you know, I like one of those where you like your momentum, you know, you're kind of up and down a bit of a bank and working your way through it. Well, I was feeling brave. I thought I'll head over to Thetfordism this way and do a few lanes over there before I go home. My wife won't mind. But then I looked down at my fuel on my last bar, so I don't want to go too far. I've probably got more than enough, but it just seems a good reason to bottle it and turn round and go home before I get into trouble one way or another. You know what I mean. Right, okay, so thanks for coming along for the ride. Look, if you've got some hot weather tips, you know, what's your top tip? Like, I think wearing getting some sort of like neck cheap thing, wetting it, having it round your neck really helps. Under Armour as well, it seems counterintuitive, but it does work, and it just stops all your kit clinging to your body, you know, your body armour, and it just helps wick that heat out of your system. So anyway, stick in a comment, let us all know what your hot weather tips are. I've enjoyed tonight. It's been a good little blast, good little recce, finding some new lanes that you've not seen before, and yeah, so anyway, I'm going to go home now and get some fuel. And yeah, so thanks for coming along for the ride. Hopefully see you back again on the channel soon, back for some more adventures. And if I don't see you back on the channel, then maybe I'll see you out on the trail riding your bike. So from me, from sunny and very warm Suffolk, from Mike, I'll catch you later. Bye for now.